Hey everybody, this is Jacob Vile. Today I'm going to be making a video on how to calculate the subwoofer box port area as well as your subwoofer cone area for your subwoofer build, as well as how you can compare the two for efficiency as well as your percent of utilization between your subwoofer cone area and your port area. So stay tuned throughout this video. Keep in mind that if anybody hasn't already, check out my channel and subscribe. Like this video now if you would like. And my build that I have in my system is only a single 10-inch subwoofer. So I have one 10-inch build. It's not pretty, but it's loud for what it is on a single 10. I use 3M tape on my build around the port. So the concept, use this for your system. Don't worry about the looks. Don't worry about the concept of my build. Utilize this for your concept of your build. So let's get started. So all you're going to need is a tape measure and a calculator. And of course, if you want, you can have a piece of paper, calculate it. It's that simple. So start off with the formulas. So cone area and port area. I'm not the best handwriting, but this should help you. So port area is literally just your length times your width of your port equals your PA, which is your port area. And then your cone area is going to be radius times pi, which is 3.14. So you're literally just going to be, so say my subwoofer is a 10-inch. So I have a 10-inch subwoofer, which equals 5 radius. So 5 radius is going to go to, this is the formula, it's literally the radius of 10, which is 5. So 5 times 5 times 3.14 equals 78.54. So my port or cone area of my subwoofer for one 10-inch is that. So that's how you calculate your cone area of your subwoofers. So let's just say you have 2 by 15s. So 2 15s would be 7.5 squared times 3.14, which equals, let's do that real quick. So let's say you got 2 15s. Your port area is going to be 7.5 times 7.5 times 3.14. 176.6 square inches for your subwoofer cone area. So how did I figure that out? Radius, which is r squared. So the subwoofer size is 15. So 2 15s is 7.5 squared times 3.14. So I got that. Once I did that, I multiplied by 2 to get that number. So 176. All right, let's do another one just for concept. Let's say you have 8 by 12s. So that is going to be 6 squared times 3.14 times 8. All right, so 6 because of the radius of 12. 6 times 6 equals times 3.14 equals 113 times 8. So 904 cone area. So it makes sense? I hope this makes sense to you guys. So that's if you had 8 12. So that's vice versa for any build. Same concept with if you have a single 8 10. So my single 10, I have 78.54 cone area. Now, port area. So my subwoofer box is a 4th order, so my port is right here. You can use this concept if you're walled or no wall. 6th orders as well for the rear ports. So what I'm going to do is measure my lengths. I know my height is right at 14. So right at 14 is my height of my port. Remember, don't worry about looks or tape. This is hideous, but it works for me. I like it. It's all about the person, whatever you like. And then my width is 4.25. So my height, so for 110 for my build for the 110-inch, my port area was length times height, length times width. So my length was 4.75 times my height, which was 14. So 14 times 4.75, which is, was I right? Guys, I just got distracted. I'm sorry. It was 4.25. Yep, not 4.75. So let me just fix that real quick. 25. So 4.25 times 14. So 59. I thought that was a little high. So my port area is for my 110, and my cone area is 78.1. So what you can do with these two, you use your port area and your cone area to divide the two numbers for your efficiency. And this isn't really considered efficiency, or however you pronounce that. Anyway, so what you do is you divide those two numbers. So 78, it would be 59.5 divided by 78.54. So my efficiency of my port is at 75.7% of my cone area. It's not efficiency, it's actually percent port versus sub cone or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, the concept's there. The reason that this is important, this number or your percent is important, is especially in a bandpass enclosure, you don't want to be too high or too low, because what happens is your subwoofer can unload if it's either too big or too small, as well as your output can vary depending on how big your port is. Same concept goes for port area when it comes to ported enclosures too. So I hope this taught somebody something. Just in general summary real quick, port area equals radius squared times pi, and your port area is length times width. Very, very simple dummy-proof concept tutorial. Not the best handwriting or anything, but I hope this taught the concept. Whether I taught one person or 1,000, I'm glad to help. Stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe if you haven't. Hope I taught y'all something pretty simple about this calculating for port area. So on my build, my single 10-inch, I got 76% port area for my subwoofer cone. That is really a high port area versus your cone area. Normally around bandpass enclosures is around 40 to 60% range, and for ported enclosures usually is around 40 to 50% range. Bandpass enclosures are bigger, but bigger ratios normally for 4th order case scenarios, a bigger port area. Same for 6th orders. That's why you always suggest, if you build an enclosure, start big and shrink to liking. All right, stay tuned for more videos. Hope this helps somebody. See y'all next time.